Okay, Dragon Bone Fist. Oh wait, I forgot to do one little bit of setup for uh, my second monitor. There we go. Dragon Bone Fist. Last time I used this thing, I did it very wrong. And I was getting very, very little damage out of it, and I don't think the weapon is nearly as bad as I portrayed in my first stream, which was... when was that? Quite a long time ago. I don't remember how long ago that was. I didn't know what I was doing, is the point. So, I'm doing it again. The Dragon Fister Bone, indeed. I did promise Vin that I would do this as the dragon form, so I'm gonna... wait, I can't use... oh right, I forgot I'm not naked. Modula intermission screen. Yeah, I was gonna get one of the Emerald Herald doing her little feet kick, because I figured that fit pretty well with what I've had going on. So I'm definitely gonna get that before... oh my goodness. The worst part, I think, about this stream is the fact that I'm pretty sure that the barehanded Dragon Torso Stone attack is gonna be better than the Dragon Bone Fist, but that is the only time I'm gonna use the barehanded attack. Oof. The feet thing? I mean, she does have boots, so it's unfortunately less good than the Maiden in Black, but still cute. That's what matters. The requirement on the Dragon Bone Fist is 20 strength, and you can't two-hand it. It only has strength scaling. And I'm debating on whether or not I should do face, or level up my faith so I can use lightning weapon and whatever. Because, like, I feel like for a lot of things, that's just going to decrease my damage. Leveling faith instead of strength. But I also think that it's going to make certain things a lot easier. I don't know. We'll see. First bit of the run should be pretty simple. I don't know why I came up here. I forgot that I already killed this guy. Yeah, first bit of the run should be fairly simple. Gonna do depth clip to get the cestus, or to get the large ember. Gonna upgrade a cestus to +10. Then basically just go straight to the giant blacksmith. Gonna grab some demon titanite on the way and go from there. Supposed to invoke a useful mannerism? That's a good question. Probably because, I mean, she is like the youngest firekeeper, right? And her youth is a pretty big point in like the game story, especially once you get once you meet her in like the Dragon Shrine and stuff. And originally it was also supposed to be a lot bigger of a point in the story. Pardon me. Hopefully Vin shows up eventually. I'm sure he'll at least show up for Kalamite. Maybe not in the live, but he's definitely gonna see the VOD, so. Yeah, the Emerald Herald being young is definitely a big point. I'm not sure that, but I'm sure that that animation at least stemmed from that a little bit. Okay, so far so good. Now the part that's mildly annoying. I think I have the stuff necessary to meme roll, but not in dragon form, I guess. Well, I do have the hammer, but I don't know if that's going to be heavy enough. Oh, didn't need it. I can try depth clip. I know what I'm doing, surely. Dark Souls 2 is very good. I also love Dark Souls 2. Okay. Hello, Quilly, welcome. Hello, Lucky. Lucky Dragon. Emerald Herald is very booky. Not the word I've heard used to describe her, but yeah, I agree. I'm gonna free Laurentius so that I can get power with him later. I think that's gonna be very nice. Dark Souls 2 is like Dark Souls 1. If Dark Souls 1 got a sequel, that's true. When playing Pokemon Leaf Green, how are you feeling about the only game in its generation to use the split colors for certain types? Because they just didn't know how to use Game Boy Advance color palettes. Dark Souls 3 is like if Dark Souls 1 got a sequel, but the people who made it didn't like Dark Souls 1. Yeah, the certain types. I want to say dragon. Or dragon definitely. Maybe fighting. And a couple others. Yeah, flying. They have two colors, which is not the case in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, which is funny because they came out after. And like supposedly that's because of limited palettes or whatever, but obviously the game suit that came out before didn't have that issue. I learned that from a YouTube video today. So that's very prescient on my mind right now. Is it the right word? Prescient? Present. I don't know. I feel like prescient is also accurate there. Bonk. That didn't kill me. That's surprising. On an open world spinoff, true. Hello, Fat Cat. It's been like actually 5 minutes. You're fine. I'm gonna start calling Draconic Tree Sentinel from Elden Ring, Dragon Torso Stone, because they're both abbreviated DTS, and I think that's funny. Ivysaur, Drowsy, Fearow, Geodude, and Clefairy. I forgot Clefairy was even a Pokemon, I'm gonna be so honest. Bloodborne is like if Dark Souls was British. True. Bulbasaur is the best starter. I'm glad you picked the correct one. Okay, so... Oh, British. My bad. I'm thinking about what... Demon Titanite is easiest to get, because I don't want to dupe. But I'm also, like, not particularly against duping. Because I really don't want to kill the ones in Sens. There's 4 in Anor Londo, because there's the one from the chest. No, there's 5 in Anor Londo. There's the one from the chest at the beginning. There's 2 in the chest with the Silver Knights, and there's 2 from the Titanite Demon there. So that's 5. That's half of what you need. There's 1 from the Titanite Demon in the Parish. There's 4 actually from the Titanite Demons and Sens. But I really don't want to fight them. I don't know. I might just dupe, to be honest, because I don't want to deal with killing a ton of Titanite Demons right now. Especially with a +10 Cestus. It's not going to be, like, hard, but it's going to take forever. I'll at least kill a couple of them, but... Ugh. Ow. I think the one in the little room in Anor Londo is probably the most difficult. I'll kill that one. SSN is next on your list. Running in Diglett Cave to fill out your Pokédex. Professor Oak's challenge has broken me. I can't do that anymore. The Dragon Feet Stone? Hopefully in the next game. If not, I'll add it to Goddess of the Sun Edition. Just makes you do the kick attack. But it actually does damage. Like takes the damage modifier from the worm head kick. Do I care about crystal lizards? Ow. Insane skill issue on my part. I don't know if I care about crystal lizards, to be honest. Give it like 9 times the knockback, you got it. 8 times the knockback. Damn, I misread it. Is the best dragon form design? I like Dark Souls 2's, but I don't like that it doesn't have the fist damage modifier. So I agree that Dark Souls 1 has the best. Spin kick from Marvelous Chester? That's true. That's a good point. It should, I agree. Get a few souls, because we're going to need a lot to level up the Dragonbone Fist. Is it 10k per level? That feels high. But it also doesn't feel out of the realm of possibility. I don't remember. It's quite a bit. Is the only place you can get the Cestus? Cestus? Yeah, Cestus. That's how most people pronounce it, so that's how I'm pronouncing it. Is the only way to get that by buying it from Andre? I'm pretty sure it is. I don't... Unless there's another merchant you can buy it from, but... I don't think there's anywhere you can drop it or what. Dragon left wrist stone. House weapons are 10k, okay. Ugh. So many souls. Ugh. I guess... Oh, and S give 50k, so that's kind of perfect. I'm actually not gonna worry about not using the fist here because Havel isn't exactly difficult to parry anyway. And frankly, I don't want to do another Havel montage. Okay. BTS turn off your armor? You have to take it off to use it in the first place. Unless you're talking about the Elden Ring boss, Draconic Tree Sentinel, in which case, yeah, your armor basically doesn't matter there because it's Elden Ring. But, you know. I'm not gonna need chunks, so killing the Black Knight is pointless, which is cool. I think in Dark Souls 3 it removes your armor, or Dark Souls 2. Well, in Dark Souls 2 it replaces your armor, but I don't know. I don't remember if you have to take your armor off to use it in the first place. I have no idea what I just got. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Most of the time you have to take off your armor to use it in the first place. Dragon Tone Cyst. I don't want to cyst. Ew. Also requires you to be unarmored? Yeah, that makes sense. Ugh, the little goat thing. Dark Souls 3 dragon form is unfortunate on everyone's parts. Yeah, it would make sense that Dark Souls 2 wouldn't require you to take it off, but it would also make sense that it does. Because the Priestess Heart in Elden Ring also requires you to take off your armor, I'm pretty sure. At least I did before I used it. I don't remember if I tried it without doing that. Wow, a chunk. The one thing that I actually don't need this time. Okay, yeah, I guess I just go upgrade the Cestus now. Dark Souls 1, 3, and ER are all on the same engine. Yeah, but like they might have made changes. Wolfring might be worth it if I'm doing Dragon Form this whole time. It didn't work? Okay. It's crazy that they had a better engine with Dark Souls 2 that had better features and then just went back to Dark Souls 3. And like removing power stancing was a conscious choice from Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring, which makes no sense considering it was like the one thing that was universally praised by Dark Souls 2, or from Dark Souls 2, even by people who hated the game because they didn't know what they were doing. Bloodborne, Bloodborne, Floodborne. True. That's my favorite FromSoft game, actually. Bloodborne is hard to say. Are there any English, like common English words where L comes after a D or a T? I don't think so. Doodle. Never mind. I lied. I guess DL is fairly common. TL, I can't think of off the top of my head, but I'm sure it also is. A lot of jank surrounding the fourth elemental damage type in Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring that Dark Souls 2 doesn't have. That's not surprising at all. Yeah, proper left-handed movesets. To be fair, I do think that two-handing something giving it a right-handed moveset makes sense, but I feel like there's a lot they could have done with that if they actually went on to continue with the cool, unique stuff that Dark Souls 2 had. Oh yeah, little. True. I guess it's the context though, because usually it's a word that's following another, or it's a, what's the term? Syllable. It's a syllable following another syllable. Ivan, I'm doing the dragon form, like you said. Bloodlight. I was hoping for a shard there. Sad. I'll run past the board to get the basement key. I mean, you just run past. I'm glad it seems that they figured it out. Oh my god, that R2 actually does quite a bit of damage. Want to apply holy damage in PvP? Is holy damage the 4th damage type in Elden? Is it magic, lightning, fire, holy? I would assume. Or magic, lightning, fire. Really weird. I guess, yeah, I guess the other games didn't have holy damage. Did they just like replace dark damage with holy damage effectively from Dark Souls 3? Magic, fire, lightning, holy. I think that would make the most sense, yeah. I probably don't need these souls, but another level in strength won't go amiss for sure. Hey, Andre. Purchase. One of these. It's only 200. I actually didn't realize it was so low. A left-handed playthrough. I mean, I don't know. I don't think... Like, what would I do that? Doesn't, like, the Majestic Greatsword have a unique left-handed moveset or something? Holy damage is just dark damage, but an opening. That makes sense. Arnak Knights would be better at fighting. They took off their armor. I mean, I think it's more the weapon that makes them swing slow. They're one-handing a great axe, you know? You pull out a shield or a spear and they're unstoppable. You do crazy flips. Okay, well, there's your left-handed playthrough. Hello, here we go. Oh my god. That's +5 damage. That's for sure. I forgot that this thing sucks until you get it really high leveled. I forgot that me being barehanded here doesn't actually matter for my damage that I'm dealing, but that's fine. Power stance, you get flips. Unpower stance, you get either the double spin or lion's claw, depending one-handed or two-handed. Okay. Oh my goodness. I was not looking at my screen well enough. Hold on. Oh my god, get in! Jesus Christ. This is not difficult. So it's kind of late game? No, it's not. You can just do the jump for the key, like where you do the plunging attack on the lizard, and then you go straight to Iron Keep, which is 4 bosses. Skeleton Lords, then Covetous. Oh my goodness. I can't... Mytha, Jesus. And then Old Iron King, because you can skip Melter. So yeah, it's like literally 4 bosses to get there. I will have to remember where the sword actually is in the DLC, but you can get it fairly early game. I think Broom Tower is probably the easiest DLC to get to fairly early. Shulva I do more commonly, just because Shulva has so much stuff to get, like has so many bonfire aesthetics, and you know, they're rotten, obviously, but I guess Shulva is only 1 boss as opposed to the 4. But you also have to kill the giants, which is annoying. And I think Shulva is a more difficult DLC to navigate. I don't know. Because there are the big fire guys that you have to get past. I'll figure it out. I don't think the Majestic Greatsword is that difficult to get early on. Yeah, I know it's at the bottom where Maldron invades, but I don't remember exactly how to get to that fire. Is it from the foyer bonfire? Dragon Rider to access Huntsman's Copse? Oh, yeah, true. You fight Dragon Rider like 4 times throughout the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna do this so I don't have to spend forever fighting this guy. I do kind of want to see the damage on this Estes on like the R2s, but probably gonna do this barehanded. Wow. Incredible. Wow. What a weapon. I didn't need to kill him. That was entirely bonus. I completely forgot. That was pure instinct. Okay, and not even... I forgot to kill the one in the parish, but that's fine. Since I have to go back out there anyway. Come back here. I knew that was gonna happen. Did I walk past Dragon Rider? No. No chess. No chess on the Dragon Rider? Why would I do that? I'm just gonna... Yeah, that is a very lingering hitbox. I don't think parry walk is like particularly difficult. I know it's kind of frame perfect, but in terms of the reason it's frame perfect isn't... It's like not that difficult to pull off as far as I understand. The Prowling Demons, I think they're officially called, look like that because they were effectively, I think they were Titanite slabs that basically got, oh my god, or that look like that because the blacksmith deity died and corrupted them or whatever. My 7,000 souls. Yeah, and you can set up like a Steam action set to jump and, or to like set up jump on left bumper, I think people do. Moonlight Greatsword in Dark Souls 2. I did that a little bit ago. I did Blue Flame, and I wanted to do Blue Flame and Moonlight Greatsword power stanced because I thought that would be interesting. But the problem with that is Moonlight Greatsword can't be buffed, so doing it with the Blue Moon Greatsword would just be kind of better. So, Moonlight Greatsword is a little bit disappointing in Dark Souls 2 in my opinion. Okay. This one, surely. Not if I miss completely, goddamn. I just need to roll the correct direction. I guess having the Rusted Iron Ring would probably help a little bit with positioning, but... What? Okay, hold on. Maybe actually heal this time. That'll probably help. Everything's fine. Macros legal on leaderboards? They're not macros, they're action sets. But yes, yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. The Steam action sets don't like let you rapid click or anything. Fucking get off me. Ben Hearts could have been the original intention for the Moonlight Greatsword. You can... I didn't know you could infuse the Moonlight Greatsword, because you can't buff it. Which is the worst part. The tail hit me, and that killed me? I don't care, I'm gonna poop. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Jesus. That was 100% a skill issue on my part, and I'm very willing to admit that. Innocent speedruns? Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they just level speed and dex. Okay, just... Yeah. I don't think it matters what arrow type you use, actually. There we go. I need 10 of them. And prompt swap. Come on. This isn't difficult. I'm pretty sure this isn't frame perfect. I'm just going way too early. There we go. And here, and drop, and there. I didn't give myself enough, but that's okay. The Chaos Blade? I've never actually used the Chaos Blade in Dark Souls 2. I've been wanting to make a Chaos Blade video like I did with Dark Souls 1 a long time ago. And I think that'd be fun. By far the worst hitboxes in the game? I would disagree, considering Super Ornstein exists, but, you know, they're up there for sure. I'm trying to think what I think actually has the worst hitboxes. It's probably Super Ornstein. Gaping Dragon is also up there. Titanite catch pull. Okay. I didn't... First of all, no, he's not. Super Smough takes 10 minutes to do every single individual attack. But also, I wasn't talking about difficulty. I was talking about shitty hitboxes. Iron Golem also has bad hitboxes. Wild drop. Okay, back to cheating accusations. I am transparent about my cheating, okay? I'm not trying to hide the fact that I am just straight up walking through this wall. If I was cheating with drop chances, this would not be a dream situation. It would be a, oh yeah, I actually increased my drop chances so I didn't have to deal with RNG in this run. Come on now. Something about Dark Souls 2 katanas for me? I don't think I've ever actually used a katana at all in Dark Souls 2, now that I think about it. Is it from New Game Plus Sinner? I think I started that run, but never actually got to the Chaos Blade itself. Play male characters unless you're cosplaying? Yeah, well, I don't like playing male characters because trans women. The old witch soul. Okay, yeah. Dark Souls 2 is such a cool game. Bonfire aesthetics are peak. Crazy that they removed power stancing, bonfire aesthetics. They removed all of the cool stuff from Dark Souls 2 in Dark Souls 3. It's great that you've never personally experienced the hitboxes. The spear has been genuinely like a meter or two above my head and still killed me. So I've had 20-minute Super Ornstein fights because of certain challenge runs, and and like it's not difficult to dodge, but if you get scraped by an awful hitbox, it just does not feel good. Pardon me. Thank you. Super Smough is just objectively easier though. Hex way slower. Black steel katanas. I've heard a lot of good things about the black steel katanas. I've heard, okay, I think the reason I've never used a katana in Dark Souls 2 is because everyone was like, when I first started playing Dark Souls 1, every single video I saw glazed katanas in Dark Souls 1. And katanas in Dark Souls 1 are so aggressively overrated. Like, they're fine. They're good weapons, but they're not like, oh my god, best dex weapon in the game, you know? So I've been kind of apprehensive to use katanas in Dark Souls 2 for that reason. I think I need a few more souls. I need 3, yeah. I need like 3,500. Dark Souls 2 does have quite a few of those, that's true. I want to get the key. I'm gonna go back, upgrade the Cestus. I think I'm gonna kill Iron Golem now for souls. No, because I don't have a bone. Never mind. Is there a homeward bone in Sens? Can you buy one from this guy? I love gimmick bosses, full stop. So, I don't know. Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1. Okay, no, he doesn't have. Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, and Dark Souls 2 are my favorites for that reason. I just kind of really like the idea of bosses not necessarily being tests of skill, but tests of observation and knowledge and such. Have a good day or night here ago, depending on your time zone. Oh, I guess I could have grabbed that soul item, actually. We're going up here to fight this guy, but whatever. Resting swords? I mean, I don't know. The rapier's good. I've used the Espada Rapera, and it was fun. But I feel like thrusting swords in Dark Souls 2 are also kind of overrated. Less so than Dark Souls 1 katanas, for sure. Because they're actually insanely powerful. You know. Yeah, the katana's main call to fame is not that it's, or not katana, sorry, the rapier's main call to fame is not that it's insanely overpowered, it's that it's extremely easy to set up. Just like the Black Knight halberd in this game. People saw speedrunners using it because it was really easy to set up. I just ran with it. I need 3 of these. The Ice Rapier? Okay, Ice Rapier is a different story. Ice Rapier is probably the highest DPS weapon in the game, from what I can tell. Technically, it's a Dark Mastodon halberd with Dark Weapon, but it's an Ice Rapier. It's the Ice Rapier for sure. This game's why. Yeah, that's true. But at least rapiers are fun to use. It's not really possible to have a bad weapon in Dark Souls 2, to be fair. Several messages didn't go through. This is tragic. I need souls. I don't know how many souls I need. But I need souls. I think I need a couple thousand. Easiest place to get a couple thousand souls here. I guess I can just kill a few random enemies. Alright, the seppuku buff is underwhelming. I mean, yeah. But if you're not, like, stacking it with other buffs, for sure. But, you know, you get Flynn's Ring and Ring of Blades. What kind of damage type does it do? I'm not actually sure, but you can probably get a clutch ring for it. And clutch rings are insane in Dark Souls 2 because they're applied before every other buff, which is absurd. I think it's 30 flat AR before any other buff calculations, which is just crazy. Because it doesn't matter what the source of the damage is, because you're just going to get so much more damage off of it. I assume the Elan Sword is magic, right? Or dark? Is a buff stacking game? Yeah, true. And it's so much fun. That's why I like playing Scholar in Night Rain. Because with Scholar, especially with the Dex Relic, you're constantly trying to find a bunch of different buffs. And it's really, really fun. Like a Dark Souls 2 randomizer. Using thrusting swords even, it's exactly the same. Modify +6. Okay, I got more souls than I needed. That's good. Okay, yeah, the main reason I'm doing no damage right now is because the strength scaling is where all of the damage from the Cestus comes from, especially at higher levels, so that is kind of an issue. But now we go kill the Iron Golem, we use the soul to transpose the Cestus, and we have our weapon. Pardon me. Dragon Bone Fist is S scaling and strength, but it doesn't have good physical damage, unfortunately, which is why I freed Artorias, because I'm going to get power with him later. Buff spells are affected. Some are affected by magic adjust, I'm pretty sure. It kind of depends. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 spell buffs are affected by magic adjust, which makes it so much more confusing to use spell buffs, but yeah, I don't think the magic adjust matters in Dark Souls 2. Wow, that's disappointing. Hello, Secret Rhea. You are Batman? That's awesome. Yeah, and that's why you usually... That's... okay. That's why you usually will end up using the Witch Tree branch for spell buffs in Dark Souls 2. Okay, one more. Because it's the fastest in the game. That's not gonna fall, I don't think. Oops. Come on. Yeah, just barely. Oh, sorry. Sensor. Was it that? Well, I mean, I have to get it for the Dragon Bone Fist, so... I kind of want to... I did a playthrough of Dark Souls 2 with highest possible DPS weapon or whatever, like I did with Dark Souls 1 a while back. But I want to redo it, because I didn't know what I was doing when I started doing that run. The intelligence scales with duration instead of damage. The intelligence does increase the damage, I'm pretty sure. Or faith also increases damage, but it does primarily increase duration. I'm pretty sure it affects damage, at least. Well, yeah, it does actually definitely increase the damage because, well, if you have an infusion at least, because spell buffs are multiplicative. I need 20, but I also need as many souls as I can get for the upgrading. So I'll probably grab the soul over here or whatever. Yeah, that's what I mean, flat cap. Strawberry time. Good luck cutting your strawberries, Quilly. I hope it isn't mind-numbingly tedious. I hope I can help it be not mind-numbingly tedious at any rate. I got like, I think 40% damage off of Dark Clutching. I was playing, I was using the Dragon Rider Twin Blade, Dark Infused, and had Dark Weapon on it. And it went from like 400 or 500 something to 700 something damage. 400 something to 500 to 700 something, I think. It gave me a lot of damage, is the point. I really was not expecting it to give me that much when the weapon itself doesn't deal that much dark damage, but because I'm using Dark Weapon, obviously. Haven't made it to Dragon Shrine in that run, so I haven't been using Crystal Magic Weapon yet, but I'm excited to see what the damage is like on there. The Obsidian Greatsword is a slog? What? Wait, what do you mean? You mean like Calamite's tail weapon? What do you mean a slog? I really like that about Dark Souls 2 because it means that really stupid weapons are perfectly viable. Obsidian Greatsword is not even remotely close to the best weapon for Sunlight Blade. The R2 is far too slow to use in crowds, which kind of ruins the point of the Obsidian Greatsword. Maybe in PvP, but... You know. I mean, you just wait for the glide and then stand behind him and he does a tail slam and you whack it a couple times. I don't know. You stand at a specific distance and he's either going to use the jump. Oof. Ouchie. He's either going to use the jump or the glide. And the glide is fairly common. So, I don't know. I feel like it's not difficult. It might be a little bit slow, but not nearly enough to make it that much of a slog. Yeah, but something like the Painting Guardian Sword, even at minimum requirements, which are not that different from the Obsidian Greatsword in terms of required level, it's going to attack so much faster, so the flat damage on a spell buff is just going to be better. Obviously, the Painting Guardian Sword is, like, on the upper edge of being one of the best weapons in the game. But, like, I don't know, even something like the S-Stock is going to be vastly better than the Obsidian Greatsword. Because again, Sunlight Blade is a flat damage buff. Unleash Magic doesn't stack with Bright Bugs, so what takes precedent? Is it Bright Bugs? Well, again, you can use the S-Stock. The S-Stock is fast and has good range. And if you think, if range is genuinely that much of an issue, I think you need to rethink your positioning, frankly. If you think that attacking extremely slowly is with range is more valuable than attacking extremely quickly with a little bit less range, then I think you need to work on your positioning. Yeah, most buffs full stop in Dark Souls 2 are stackable. I don't actually know which one takes priority. Well, because Unleash Magic only works on magic damage, doesn't it? Hello, Wolfie. Welcome. Rude. I'm just saying that you're going to get way more damage if you just work on your positioning a little bit. I don't know. Meanwhile, Dark Souls 1 doesn't really have any buffs that don't stack because Dark Souls 1 has like 2 buffs. Hello, Gastarbiter? Gastarbiter? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Dragon Bone Fist. I'm gonna need a little bit more souls. Do I not? It's dragon scales. If I would have known that, I would have duped in the first place. I wouldn't have worried about fighting a Titanite demon. It's dragon scales? DSR gadget. I need your help. Dragon scale. Give me a couple of those. It's only 5k, not 10k? Oh my god. Bike sucks. I disagree. Bike is pretty cool. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm glad I got that pronunciation correct. Thank you, Mr. Giant Blacksmith, sir. I'll probably go 40 strength. Oh, God. I didn't consider the fact that I need to fight Ornstein and Smough at this point. I remember this being a very much a slog of a fight. Pike run. Pike is objectively better than Silver Knight Spear, unfortunately. Silver Knight Spear really does not have anything going for it. It has a little bit more range than the Pike, but it's like negligible. I think Pike is probably the best spear. You can buff the Dragonbone Fist, yes. However, the only buff that I have currently available to me is Lightning, or Sunlight Blade, which I don't have the stats for. And even if I did, Ornstein and Smough. Chaos has a sweep. If you really want to sweep, then use the Partisan, which is also just better than Silver Knight Spear. Why would I? It's Dark Souls 1. Why would I have a resin? Oh, I nudged my mouse on accident. That's actually kind of crazy. Look at that scaling. Okay, 224. That's 5 AR off of a single point. That's crazy, actually. Okay. How many levels is it for the 23? Okay. Charcoal Pine Resin does nothing. Lightning Pine Resin is better against Ornstein and Smough, unfortunately. But also there's like 6 Lightning Pine Resin in all of Dark Souls 1, and I did not go to either location. So no, I don't have any Pine Resin, unfortunately. But that would give me like 15 extra damage per hit, unfortunately. So it's really not even enough to matter. If I struggle too much, like if I'm just doing no damage at all, then I will meme roll out of Sens, I guess. But I don't want to have to do that on stream because I'm not consistent at it at all. Okay. What's our damage like? Okay, but like with 40 strength, it's got to be better than that, right? Oh, Dragon Form on ONS, I forgot. Rotten Pine Resin? You know what? True, that's my bad. And we go grab some Rotten Pine Resin from the female Undead Merchant real quick. Is that the only place to get it? I'm actually not sure. I want to use the R2 so bad. I am so unreasonably tempted to press R2 right now. And I know I shouldn't. I know that will kill me, but like, think about it. Whoop. Not even close. Okay. But think about it, it's so funny. Imagine the, what is it, Hadouken? I don't remember the name of the attack. All right, fist weapon, no poise damage. I'm so excited to use the Bone Fist in Dark Souls 2. Okay, this isn't that bad. I can definitely do the fight. I just, don't want to. Where you can. Oh my god. I was not expecting that to hit me. Are fist weapons just bad? No, they're very usable. I just don't have the stats to make this one usable right now. They excel in speed, primarily, which are good for weapon buffs, which the Dragon Bone Fist being the only buffable boss weapon and only scaling on one stat, seems like they knew that. But only buffable boss weapon that isn't a tailcut weapon, obviously. Oh, okay, everything's fine. Just be a little careful here. Okay, everything's fine. Yeah, I was so bad at this game when I did this run the first time, trying to use Sunlight Blade on ONS instead of just getting 40 strength. God. I do have Dragon Torso Stone for the 2-second damage buff. Oh my god, perfect timing. I got the opposite of frame trapped. That's crazy. There we go. Easy game. Yeah, if I die, I'll cheat in poison or Rotten Pine Resin. Oh yeah, that's fine damage. Does the R2 deal fire damage? I assume not, right? It's pure physical. Obtaining armor via gadget is 100% ethical for fashion purposes, yes. The running attack is... Okay, fucking... Stop it. Yeah, true. If you find that cheating makes the game more fun, hell yeah. That's... Okay. What an awesome attack. Come on. Are you kidding me? Oh god. And I'm dead. I'm not dead. Oh my god. Everything's fine. I think cheating for fashion and PvP is fine. Please stop using it. Why? It's fun. Uh-oh, that's really bad. Everything's fine. That's nothing to worry about, literally at all. God. Freaking out for no reason. Okay. Its only use is for aura. Well, now I have to do a stream highlights video, this one. And I have to use that as a thumbnail. Wait, hold on. Here we go. Okay, now I get an actually good strength level. Perfect. Do I edit my own videos? I do. Both because I like my editing style for my videos. I think it works well. And also because I don't have the money to pay someone else to edit my videos. I think if somebody could faithfully recreate my video style, I would be happy to pay them. But I also just don't have the money for it. Okay, but I didn't die to ONS, so like why would I need more Vicar? I didn't die to ONS in dragon form. I think I'm fine. The claw from Shiva? It's fine. It's definitely not a bad weapon. I had it on Da Vinci. Oh my goodness. Usually I'll just do a full playthrough of a run. I know people who will like take notes as they do a run. I don't, because I just kind of like remember what I do in runs, luckily. And I'll like watch the video back, skip through it, watch it at double speed, whatever. Watching the recording while I write my script. I'll record my script as a video, import the voiceover, and then just like put clips over the voiceover that pertain to it. Most of the time I actually try to keep it so that the voiceover can stand on its own, so you can vaguely understand what's happening without having to look at the screen. But then there's stuff like, where am I going? My instinct was just to go straight to save file. I try to make it so that my voiceover stands on its own, but there are things like depth clip where I'll say like this ledge or whatever. But I try to keep it so that people can listen to my videos, because that's how I prefer, you know, watching YouTube. Just like having it in the background or whatever. And then I'll just like add music or whatever. Usually just chill Souls music, because I find that's what works with the vibe that I like to have on my videos. DaVinci Resolve has a lot of... So for the longest time, this is probably going to sound really dumb. For the longest time, I used VSDC Video Editor, and it is so awful. One of, if not straight up the worst video editor I've ever used. It's free, which is awesome. And it's great as a starter free video editor. It's super simple to use. It's free, it's easy, it's light, but it performs horrifically. I have a beast of a computer, like, well, it used to be a beast. I guess not so much now. I have like 32 gigs of RAM. I have all my videos on an SSD. I have a 3080, you know, like my computer can handle editing videos, but VSDC was like scrubbing was so unreasonably slow. And then I downloaded DaVinci, and it's like the best upgrade ever. Oh, that was almost unfortunate. Oh, excuse me. Script writing, recording, and editing? It depends on the video. Like for Dark Souls 1, runs only tend to be around 3 hours long. So the script writing will take a couple hours, maybe a few hours, depending on how long the script is. Most of my scripts end up being 3,000 or 4,000 words. And then, yeah, that'll take me like a couple hours usually. And then, oof. I had to, I'm sorry, Ethan. And then the editing, or the voiceover will usually take me like maybe 1.5 times the length of the actual recording. Like if it's a 30-minute video, it'll take me about 45 minutes to record-ish. I think that's a good estimate. Because like my Sonic and the Black Knight video, it took about an hour and a half to record, and that's an hour-long video, that sort of thing. And then I'll edit the audio on its own. Like I'll cut out all the mess-ups and stuff and master it and everything, which will take another, well, actually, cutting out the mess-ups. What I'll do is if I mess up a line, I will snap my fingers so that it creates like a line in the waveform that's easy to see. And I'll go through and cut out all those, and that'll usually take an hour or two. They just gave that weapon poise and poise damage. Yeah, if the R2 did like the same amount of poise damage as like a great hammer R2, not even, it's like a hammer R2, it would be so good. And then editing itself takes like an hour or two, depending on the video, again. Like an hour-long video will usually take me... It also kind of depends on the length of the playthrough, actually, because like a 30-minute Dark Souls 2 video takes me so much longer than a 30-minute Dark Souls 1 video. On this a second Dragonbone Fist, so I can be symmetrical. You know what I use that hand for. It's not supposed to be symmetrical. Trust. Ow, ow. Do I want faith or do I want health? Do I want to spend 20 minutes fighting Manus and Artorias? Oh my god. Do I have a bone? Other than the one on my fist. I swear to god. There we go. Yeah, I feel like this weapon has a lot of potential. Buy bones from Oswald? Wait, really? Wait, are you serious? All this time and I didn't know that? I've had so many times where I've like... a trident sound. Where I've like wanted to use a bone to get out of there and I just didn't have one. It's really funny. True, but AO. Usually you're the one to make that joke, Vin. Having the Lord Vessel means that getting power within will be pretty easy, so that's good. Do I want RTSR for like 4 kings? Probably? I'll get it later. For now I want to go fight Quelaag, get power, then all that. Dragons prefer using people instead of doing it themselves? Probably. Oh, oops, I forgot. I'm sorry, Lunchias, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to insult you. My apologies. I did the wrong thing again! I'm sorry. Thank you. Lunchias is so cool. If I wasn't gay, I would love him. I know I do it all the time. I forget. There you go, Vin. Those levels in Vitality are for you. I mean, it's the perfect opportunity, right?
You leave me no choice. This is our fate. So
There we go. I do need attunement for power within. You are correct. How much attunement do you start with? 8? Yeah, okay. Scaly run, true. Was off the screen. That's not possible in Dark Souls 1, actually. The like UI itself only goes to a specific length, but the red bar can go past the UI, but you need like 60 vigor with the fat ring or something to do that. One of the few good people in the game. Yeah, true. It does clip. Okay, yeah. Well, okay. The thing about that is you don't need that much vigor. I don't know. I guess if you're poised tanking, having that much vigor is helpful. But even then, I don't ever go above 40 anymore. Does vigor soft cap at 50 in this game? I'm not actually sure. It does in Dark Souls 2. I think also in Dark Souls 3. We all like Pyro Bro platonically. Not everyone is platonic. Again, if I... Damn it, I'm omnisexual and I don't like him that way. That's fucked up. I'm so sorry, Lunches. Is 30? It's definitely not 30. The first soft cap might be 30, but it's soft caps at 99. No, that's the hard cap in. It does soft cap at 50. So are the breakpoints 30 and 50? Why did I think it was 40? I guess it's probably because strength and dex are 40 in Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 2, I'm pretty sure it's 50, isn't it? Is it 60 in Dark Souls 2? Damn, I'm all wrong. What the hell? I know what I'm talking about, I swear. I have thousands of hours across these games. I think I have, like, actually 4,000 hours in the series at this point. Especially if you include Night Rain. I have, like, 700 hours on Night Rain. I have, like, 13, maybe 1,400 hours on Dark Souls 1. I have 500-ish hours in Dark Souls 2. I have 300 or 400 in Dark Souls 3. I have like probably 150 in Bloodborne. Pardon me. I have 500, maybe 600 in Elden Ring. Like 700 in Night Rain. I have like 100 in Sekiro. 20 and 50 in Dark Souls 2. That sounds right. I know Endurance is 20 in Dark Souls 2. And then is flat all the way up to 99. Which I think is funny. Vitality should never, ever, 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 for any reason, ever go above 14 in Dark Souls 2 unless you need it for fashion or are not wanting damage. It is 60 for Elden Ring, yeah. Endurance doesn't increase your equip load. That's Vitality in Dark Souls 2. Endurance goes up to 20, and then 99 is the second, like, breakpoint. But Vitality you can go to 14. Not including, like, rings and stuff. Why would you wear the third dragon ring when you can wear Flynn's ring and RTSR and a clutch ring and Chloranthy and Ring of Blades? There are too many other incredibly good rings for the third dragon ring to even be close to the top of my list of rings I should be wearing right now. Did I say Flynn's ring? I meant third dragon ring if I did. Vigor and Endurance to 50 in Dark Souls 2? That's really high for Dark Souls 2 Vigor. Or, sorry, Endurance. I never go past 20, to be honest. So, I also usually have Chloranthy on. Chloranthy +1. When you got a Life Ring +2. That's fair, actually. Life Ring is another one that I never wear. I need to be careful with the range here. There we go. Power within. Power within. God, I love this weapon. I still don't have a bone. I guess it takes like 2 seconds to climb down by town, but still. Yeah, YouTube actually likes the FAP ring. I think we called it the Goob ring at one point, but it's funny. Look, if you can't appreciate a funny attack in Dark Souls, and I have nothing to help you for or help you with. Also, I don't know why I picked up the whip. That was pure instinct. The particle effect really bothers you? That's totally fair. You have power within me. Elaborate? Because we could talk about that. $30 to 35 endurance. Yeah, halberds are pretty stamina hungry, so I don't blame you for that one. Even cooler than the Black Knight weapon R2? Yeah. I don't know. The Ultra Greatsword R2 is pretty great. Yeah, vitality. I needed attunement. That's fine. Specifically to use it on you. I've played Seamless with someone who did specifically grab the whip to use it on me, so. And then we played Seamless for, I think we started with Elden Ring, then went through Dark Souls 1, then Dark Souls 3. And then we did vanilla Dark Souls 2 because Seamless obviously isn't out for that, yep. I should have grabbed RTSR. Oh well. That's fine. A whip that busts your allies when you hit them? True. I mean, that's what the Rose of Ariandel does, right? When you whip yourself, it buffs you. Can you see the R2? Yeah. I probably shouldn't kill this guy. I was gonna kill this guy for funny, but then I remembered that the maggots are gonna spawn. There you go. I'll try to use it on Quelaag against Vin's desires. Oh, the Rose of Arendelle only buffs miracles. Okay. It's still a buff, but, you know. That damage is not bad at all. That's fine. Oh my god. Okay, well... That's good damage. It's incredibly slow, but it's good damage. Admittedly, 40 strength maxed out weapon, but that's what Power Within is for, you know? It's fine. And speed makes it so unusable. Skill issue. Ugly. Oh, I'm dead. That's actually so mean. Okay. She did it again just to be mean. That's kind of fucked up. More like ice cream cone, true. Ability shortage, my bad. Yeah, I gotta remember that. I gotta start just like instinctually using ability shortage instead of skill issue, because it's funnier. Skill issue to a chatter than dying. True. Makes it funnier. I hope it's obvious that all of my like skill issue comments are very much not true. Talent famine. Yeah. Are there any words like ability shortage in the other Souls games? Because saying ability shortage in Demon Souls is kind of peak, because it usually just has the red X in the later games. Oh boy. That's so mean. She knew. I'm fine. Literally nothing to worry about. See, there we go. I think I don't intentionally rage bait, But I do rage bait by saying stuff like skill issue. It's very much not on purpose, but... Okay, well, I'm killing her with an R2. Oh. Yeah, true. I agree, Vin. Which would include me, but competence and drought. Like to rage bait by shitting on Dark Souls 3. That one's not even rage baiting. That's just telling the truth in a way that people aren't ready to hear. I say as if I don't have like 500 hours on Dark Souls 3. Saying skill issue, then immediately dying is just calling your shot. True. I like the way you think. Sometimes I used to like... Okay, I've had like a fundamental shift in my mood when it comes to playing video games over the past few years. Past few years. From around when I started playing Souls and a couple years back, and then a couple years after that. I would get frustrated at games really easily, and then I started playing Dark Souls 1. I went in with the expectation that it was going to be difficult, and I got through it just fine. I did not get frustrated at pretty much any death through all of Dark Souls 1, 2, 3. Maybe a little bit in 3, actually. And then a little bit in, like, Bloodborne and Elden Ring. But over time, I just kind of, like, stopped getting frustrated when I died. And, like, I still don't get frustrated when I die in, like, during streams or whatever, for the most part. Sometimes I'll, like, make a joke of it and pretend that I'm frustrated. Or, like, maybe I'll be a little bit frustrated and play it up a ton. But, like, if I'm just playing a Souls-like casually, especially if it's one that I don't know yet, occasionally I will get unreasonably frustrated at dying to something. Like, for no reason. And then I'll just, like, stop playing for a bit. I'll come back to it and just be fine again. Yeah, I think Souls being a game where the cultural expectation is to just die makes it a lot easier to get over your frustration with dying. Yeah, me too, Ice. You're starting to piss me off. Spelled incorrectly, too. I think the spelled incorrectly makes it better. Mint chocolate chip ice cream? I like peanut butter better, personally, but I get the preference for mint chocolate chip from a lot of people. So, how's everyone's day been? Currently rage baiting Vin. I should go get the Daughter of Chaos bonfire, actually. I forgot that I have Lord Vessel, so I can do that now. Oh my god! Everything's fine. Ceaseless Discharge's favorite ice cream flavor. It strikes me as either plain chocolate or like some random flavor from some like corner store, a local corner store with like the name Blue Goo or something. You know what I mean? You did this to Kalamite to bait Vin even more? Yes. He was... well, no, he's not a child. He's not like... He's just the younger brother of the witches, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he's like young, just younger than the others. Out of the way, egg boy. Just vanilla with red 40, true. Okay, Sif. I'm gonna switch to live chat real quick. I can't use only R2s against Kalamite. That would be unreasonable. Attunement. Don't forget this time. Attune, power within. Do I have fire from protection on? I do, okay. Kinda want to break favor and protection for RTSR. I don't want to spend 20 minutes on Kalamite. I'm sorry. I guess I can put Grass Crest on as well. Not like I have to worry about equip load right now. Yeah, I know you do, Ben. Pardon me. I do think that the jumping attack is actually pretty good on this weapon. What was it, like 300 as opposed to 240 or whatever on that one enemy that I used it on? Which I don't remember what it was at all. Was it gargoyles? Probably. I'll do my best too, Ben, don't worry. It's the goal. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's most communities around heavy content, right? Three hits for golems, that's pretty good. Two with instability. Instability damage is like basically impossible to land with a fish weapon, but hey. Girthquake magnitude 11. Gotta love the Dark Souls fan PCs. Hey, one shot for the head. That's not bad. Oop, I thought I was facing a different direction. That's fine. Would this be possible for a couple of the heads? It absolutely would. That's good damage. Vin, what is your opinion on Drakes? I don't remember. No, it's always that head that has the fucked up hitbox too. I don't know what it is about that one specifically. There we go. Don't like the Hydra? Well, the Hydra's not a Drake. I think the Hydra's pretty great, personally. Okay. Hopefully, if I can land an R2 on this, on the back head there, then I won't have to deal with the last head. I'm punching them so hard that their entire neck falls off. Okay, well, almost. I need it to rotate more this way. Can I hit that? No. Rotate, please. There we go. Perfect. Punch them so hard they explode, yeah. Like a goddamn anime. Okay, I'm very much disliking this weapon a lot less than my first playthrough that I did of it. I feel like the same thing is going to be true of Velka's, though Velka's was one of those things that was fine for most of the game and then fell off super hard at the end, which I don't think is going to be the case with the Dragon Bone Fist. I think it's just going to be fine through the whole game. It's lettuce time. Good luck with your lettuce. Velka's R2 is kind of cool. Is it like a double stab? Oops, that's not good. Everything's fine. The ultimate master of every instrument or language? Language for sure. Instruments are a lot easier to learn than languages. Yeah, Quelaag, your job description is strawberry cutter, not lettuce cutter. What are you doing? These slashes that make a V? I do not remember it at all. That's going to be the next stream, which will be in 2 weeks. Not next week, but then the week after, because I won't be home next week. V would be the best in the world. Yeah, but also instruments are expensive, you know? You don't need any, like, knowledge to... Or sorry, you don't need any money to speak languages. You just need the knowledge. And also, I think the communication capability, like the amount of cultural knowledge that opens up to you by being able to speak every language is so much more. Because like mastering an instrument doesn't mean mastering the culture that it's from, right? So like you would still be going off of the music theory rules that you've learned over your years of like being in whatever culture you're in, right? And you don't need to be a master at an art form to make good art. So like, I like the music that I make already. I don't think I need to be the master at every single instrument just to make music. Speaking of, I have a music channel. If you go to my channel, and there is the like more info button or whatever, the links, and one of them is to my second channel, and the next one is to my music channel. So if you want to see what kind of music I make, that's there. Speaking of their like YouTube stuff, though, if you could like the stream, if you're enjoying it, I'd really appreciate that a lot. It does a lot for the algorithm, which means more people see me, which means I get more money, which means I get to survive longer and keep doing YouTube. If you would like to support me more directly, there is YouTube Super Chats and memberships. There's also a coffee link in the description if you don't want to give YouTube money, but still would like to support me directly. And all that. Kalamite plushies don't exist? Not even as like a fan-made thing? That's tragic. I wish I knew how to make plushies well. Nice segue. Thanks, but I genuinely just happened to think of it then. Like, that genuinely just made me think of it. Wow, that sure is damage. That's fine. It's not, like, bad. Especially with the speed of the fist weapons, but... Definitely not the best weapon I've ever used. It's not the Jagged Ghost Blade. Or, sorry, it's not the Ghost Blade, and honestly, that's all I need. Just needs to be better than the Ghost Blade. There we go. Here's a $1,078 Kalamite figurine. I really hope that gets funded, Vin. I feel like you could use that in your life. Okay, 20 vitality. I want a little bit more endurance. Then I'll start leveling faith, maybe. I doubt I'll get to 30 in time. Actually, I don't know. I think I'll just keep leveling vigor and endurance. A lot of Soulsborne plushies, or bosses that you want plushes of. I would love to just have a collection of, like, everything from Soulsborne in a plushie collection. That would be so cool. Oh my god, actually, speaking of algorithm stuff, I have made a sequel to Undermore Couple of Odd Places in Dark Souls. That's coming out this Saturday. It is set as a premiere. I would love to see people there to, like, react to the stuff as it comes up on screen. I think that'd be really fun. The premiere is kind of early, but that's just because that's when I always upload videos, and also that's when a good chunk of my audience is awake. If you would like to watch the premiere, if you're thinking you're going to be up at that time and available, that would be really, really fun. The lair. the himbo. Anyway, I'm really excited for that video to come out because I'm excited to see the response to it. The first video got a lot of love because, or well, I don't know. I got lucky, basically. First video got a lot of love, and I'm excited to see if people still liked it for the second video. Knowing that other people enjoy this random niche thing that I enjoy about video games is really cool. If you don't care to watch the premiere but still want to know exactly when it goes up, you can hit the notification button and then just watch it later as well. Because for some reason that notification button is more consistent than the actual YouTube notification button, which is really dumb because the actual YouTube notification button just doesn't function. But, you know. Okay, do I quit out here? I don't know if I actually need to quit out here to make this consistent, but I'm going to. I did as many areas as I could. Every single area that I had commented, or that somebody had commented to me, I tried to include. I didn't include everything from the comments of the original video, but everything from all the community posts and stuff I did. Why not, Vin? Howard. Okay. Got very lucky with the ghosts there, wow. Oh, I see, yeah. That's fair, Ben. Okay. Hi, Ingward.
You are no different from...
Him going flying into the air and landing just... That was so much better than I could have hoped for. That was pretty peak. Very unnecessary way to kill him, but very unnecessary to kill him in the first place. He deserves it. Okay. It's not my fault that he deserves it. See? I'm not the only one who thinks that. Dragon form does decrease your lightning defense, right? I'm actually not. That's actually fairly high lightning defense. That was a lot higher of a number than I was expecting to see. The most unaggressive NPC ever. Yeah, but like, look at him. Through hiding in the ghost house, on top of not giving you the key before you get the Lord Vessel. Like, how else am I supposed to get the very large number? And at this point, it's just a habit, you know? Even if I didn't want to kill him, I'd still probably kill him. Do I want to break favor and protection for RTSR? Yes, I do. Favor and protection is for cowards. Like me. But not this time, apparently. He's old anyway. Yeah, falling down the ladder when he's trying to get down. Why is there a ladder in the chimney? Someone would like light a fire and it'd come down the chimney like Santa and just die. That's probably how it would happen. That's respectable damage. I was curious what a crit would do. I'm like, that's fine. Okay. Well, I mean, he's clearly not immortal, he's dead. I'm not sure why NPCs die permanently when you kill them. I've never really understood that, to be honest. I've never really thought about it, though, to be fair. Okay. Hey, I was going almost exactly the correct direction. That's rare. Gameplay purposes? I mean, sure, but... Oh. That's fine. Ugh. Not the most damage I've ever had on the Four Kings, especially when I die, but it's usable, technically. I wonder if strafing to the right makes that easier to dodge. I think so, because of the hand that that's on. I suppose it is primarily gameplay purposes, but yeah. Lore-wise, I don't think it makes much sense. I should install Fat Dragon Form. I don't know if I have the Blender file itself for that, though. If I did, it would be really easy to install on its own for me, but... Do it? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna open the Blender version that I use for Soulstruct and see if I have it available immediately. If not, then... NPCs rage quit. That checks out. Hold on, Blender is taking a second. Well, how would a hollow NPC rage quit? Right? If they're hollow, do they have like the mental capacity to rage quit? Okay, let's see. Let me see my recent files. It doesn't actually have... Right, it's not saved. And I don't know the actual file name for the dragon form. I could potentially take it from Goddess of the Sun edition, but I don't remember where that's at. I should have a Soulstruck file. It would affect the maps. It would give me the... Specifically, it would give me the... Actually, I'm not sure what all it would... Okay, yeah, no, I can't do that on its own right now. I was going to make Dragonform a standalone mod, and I just didn't. I will do that at some point, I'm sure. I do definitely want to make it its own standalone mod, though. just so I can have it whenever I want. I could do it, but like right now, but it would take much longer than I would like to spend on it during stream. The perma dragon form mod, yeah. I don't think they should conflict. I assume perma dragon form is literally just a parameter folder change or parameter file change as opposed to a model change for the Fat Dragon. I just need to find the files in Soulstruct. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? I've been given a milkshake. Let me do this. I can't believe I just died because a ghost pushed me off the ledge. Ability shorted indeed. Ugh. There we go. Okay, I figured you could go over that. I wondered why it wasn't letting me. The Dragonoid is so fluffy. You mean the dragon form? Question mark? Wow, my 0 souls have been retrieved. Okay. I don't remember the direction you're supposed to go when you go down to the bottom of the stairs. The Nets famine. Didn't you already say famine earlier? They're called, right? Dragonoid? I don't know. I've never heard that term from anyone but you. Oh, I ran in the exact opposite direction. What? Why did my character just rotate? Huh? That one wasn't even my fault. My character just straight up turned 90 degrees despite being locked on. What was that? Maybe the lock-on point moved in a weird way? I have no idea what happened there. I've seen similar things, but not on the Four Kings. It's like the JoJo stands he accepted. Wait, what? Oh, I did not. First of all, I did not accept that I lost. I was getting hit on purpose. I've been watching... yeah, I've been watching JoJo's recently. I'm like nearly done with part 3. Stardust Crusaders, so anime part 2, but manga part 3 as far as I understand. And I'm most excited for part 5 exclusively because of Fighting Gold. But it's funny. It's a lot funnier than I was expecting it to be when I started watching it. I'm glad I was convinced. Okay, this time, surely. It's 4 kings. Come on. You're watching it for the first time? Cool. I'm honestly not a huge fan. Oh my god. I'm not a huge fan of Jotaro, personally, but I get it. That's a lot of damage. What? Was that a sweet spot hit? Can you stop it, please? I think part 2 was the funniest for sure. Joseph is pretty great. I think Joseph is funnier in part 3, though. Oh, no! Especially later, when he starts saying that like 3 times an episode. Part 4 is the best? I haven't actually heard a lot of love for part 4. If that didn't kill... Kakyoan is the protagonist. True. I agree. Polnareff. It is kind of his story for like the first half of it. See, no, this was just an RTSR setup. So now when I go into the fight, I have RTSR immediately. I just kind of find Jotaro annoying, to be honest. Joseph is definitely the best part of part 3. Weird slice of life shonen hybrid, and it's awesome. I haven't really heard anything about part 4. I know that part 5 is Giovanni. I don't know anything about part 6 either. I'm pretty sure part 7 is Steel Ball Run, and the anime adaptation is coming soon. And that's where all of my knowledge... that's so awesome. That's so cool. Thank you. That's so awesome, actually. Okay. I'm not even doing the second slash, so it takes longer for me to get to RTSR. That's so awesome. Are you kidding me? Oh, not having that. Jury releases tomorrow? What? Oh, it releases tomorrow. Part 3, relative to part 2, is like shockingly grounded. Part 6 is sick because it actually has a woman, yeah. Okay. I should probably store my position. What about power? What about power 10? The damage will be significantly lower. Lisa is a woman, that's true. I am reading your alterations, Coley. I like them, don't worry. Or alliteration, sorry. Words are difficult. Wasn't there something with someone wanting to be with someone else's mom in JoJo's part 1? And then, like, Joseph has a thing for Lisa in part 2. No, who is it? Somebody flirts with Jotaro. Yeah, Jotaro's mom in part 3. That's what it was. I don't know. The other guy? Is it Kakyoan? Kakyoan? Or is it, Kakyoan isn't a mouse? I mean, who isn't? Oh, true. Sorry. My bad, then. I was gonna try Power Within this time, but it was ordained that I actually need to be in RTSR right now. Did you Dark the Souls yet? No, actually. Why is my bloodstain not down here? Did I... Oh, right. Never mind. Got to the ghost on the way down. Yeah, oh, that's the wrong button. That's fine. That was on purpose. I actually wanted a buff there. Intro theme in part 4. The only one that I had heard before watching JoJo's was Fighting Gold. And again, is the only reason I'm actually excited for part 5. Okay, this is fine. Okay, but like, who wouldn't? Like, Kakyon is just right, you know? I don't know how... Okay, cool. I was worried that wasn't going to be RTSR and I was going to have to, like, heal and be careful about getting hit again. But... Okay, I was waiting for that double hit so I could get a little bit more time to attack. There we go, finally. Have I done an Elden Ring stream? No, I have not done an Elden Ring stream. Okay, I'm gonna let him eat me while I go pee. I will be right back. After I skip through the dialogue.
This is Gwyn's prison. Now, place the Lord vessel upon the altar.
I'm back. Oh my goodness, don't mind me almost knocking things over. Gozuki? I don't think that's correct. But I understand liking that. Hmm. Orlando. I think the abyss smells like gasoline. I mean, I think we've come to the conclusion that it's yogurt, right? Yeah, you would, Vin. We know. I think the abyss smells like rotten yogurt. Rancid, I think is a better term. Pardon me? Pardon me? What do you think fresh abyss would smell like? Hello, Nixie. Welcome. Okay, let me not die to the pig. I was expecting a little bit more damage, honestly. Doing strike damage against the boars. Okay, well. That's not what I meant to do. Oh my god. Everything's fine. There's no reason for me to pick up the boar home. Evil probiotics in them, like yogurt. True. I would like Sunlight Blade for, like, Seath, but There's honestly not really another boss that I would particularly like to have Sunlight Blade on. I don't think I'm going to worry about trying to get it, especially since Seath isn't exactly difficult, and I would need to put like all of my levels into Faith from this point on to even use Sunlight Blade. Yeah, no, I don't think so, Nixie. I mean, the character's name, but none that chat has made or that I have made during the stream. I just don't think that's something that this community is into particularly, relative to other things. I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. That's not much of a tongue twister. Gotta give me something difficult. Ow. Did I rest? The one that gets me, weirdly, is Unique New York. And not because I did not ask, not because it's like actually particularly difficult to say, but like saying it over and over, it tripped me up. I've always really liked tongue twisters. They used to trip me up a lot more, but because talking is like kind of my job now, they don't really trip me up that much. Some of them get me, like Unique New York, but New York, yeah. I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. Tongue twister that kills you in game, true. The one that took me the longest to like really get down was Sally sells seashells down by the seashore, because all the switching between the S and SH. That one took me a bit to like actually get down consistently. My favorite has always been how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, only because it's always been incredibly easy for me to say. Wait, and lyrical, spherical, diabolical denizens of the deep who queue around the corner of a Q-shaped keyhole all at the same time. Just use tongs when twisting tongues. That'll keep your hands clean. She sold Wait, you typed that wrong. Did you intentionally do she shells? He sold seashells down by the seashore, or at the seashore, but the value of those shells will fall due to the law and the law of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads in the sand. Loads by the sand. Sorry. I can read the tongue twisters fine. It's just like actually understanding the words that I have a problem with apparently. She sells seashells down by the seashore. Is the original, or Sally sells seashells. Is the one that I heard most often as a kid, but I think she sells seashells was like more, or less regional, more global. He sells seashells down by the seashore. I think Sally makes it harder to say. Sally sells seashells down by the seashore. That one wasn't even considered a tongue twister. Oh my god. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. I don't think that counts as a tongue twister. I think it's just like a nursery rhyme. Congratulations, Nixie. I actually don't know all of Fuzzy Wuzzy. That's all the Fuzzy Wuzzy that I know. But again, it's not really much of a tongue twister. Oh, we gotta see the cool hornet attack. About 90% sure Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. I'm pretty sure too. Yeah, unfortunately, tongue twisters in other in other languages don't really work for an only English speaker. The firsting, it goes pretty well so far. I mean, I died to 4 kings more than I should have, but I first tried ONS with a +5 at like 28 strength, I think. So ups and downs. Almost forgot to put that on. That was scary. I don't know why I have RTSR on right now. I'll put Hornet Ring there. Drinking a milkshake while streaming is probably a bad idea, but you can walk down on Seath, yeah, it's true. You can just like, that's the only fog wall that you can walk through both ways in the entire game. And if you die to the crystals but outside of the arena, you'll still, or you won't get transported to the prison, which is really annoying, and I found that out on accident. I will put probably Wolf Ring. Only boss fog wall? Are you sure? Because every other fog wall dissipates when you go through it. So it's the only fog wall in the game that you can go through both ways. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Okay. Gotta be a little bit careful to not kill the wrong one. There we go. Oh wait, you're not dead. No! God damn it. That's tragic. The running attack did just enough damage to kill. Oh. Hold on. I can fix it. Just because I didn't do it yesterday. I'll go back up and try again. Oop, that was too far. Where are you going? It was an accident, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to backstab that time, but that worked. Okay, this time. Hold on. 1 second. It's the one on the left. Now it's on the right. It's this one. And I need to be careful to not kill her this time. Ooh. Hold on, don't spit on me yet. Okay. You can't grab me out of a crit, unfortunately. There we go. Yeah, the yet was important. Okay. There we go. Worked out perfectly that time, relatively speaking. Okay, yeah. I don't know, I feel like this run is kind of just a low damage run. And that could be fixed by having leveled Faith instead of Vigor, but I don't want to do that for a stream. I don't know, I guess it wouldn't have been that hard. This run is a run, that's true. I feel like this weapon is overhated, but it's definitely not as good as pretty much any other fist weapon, which is tragic because of the incredibly cool R2. It's just too slow. No, but you can buff it. Excuse me. So Sunlight Blade would have helped with the damage a lot. Good to know the dragon form is helping you out, Vin. Okay. The tail, yeah. The tail movement when you walk is probably the best part of dragon form. Does it move less when you run? Oh, you're right. I never noticed that. It checks out that you would have seen that, actually. Oops. That's bad. That's fine. I forgot that you can't climb up ladders quickly. Oh, it's weird that it starts doing the climbing up animation so early when you're going fast. I wonder if the barehanded punch is still better. Probably. I'll try on Seath, see what the damage difference is like. Really? I didn't even one-shot. Explain to me what wings this size are supposed to do. Fisting goes well. Underwhelming, but okay. Yeah, that's about right. Dragon Bone Fist with my brain just failed to function. Dragon Bone Fist with Power Within is probably around the same as Cestus without Power Within, which is fine. Be the bee you were meant to be. Doesn't the next season come out soon? I don't remember when exactly. I think it's supposed to be this month, but I genuinely don't remember at all. It occurs to me that if you don't know Invincible memes, you're not going to know at all what I'm talking about. It comes out today? I didn't know that. Now, follow-up question. Will I be able to watch it today? Okay. Is that hours ago? Good to know. I had no idea. Is the whole season out already? Or is it coming out in pieces? Love it? Cool. Exciting. 3 to 4 episodes? True, Pasaka, I agree. I didn't go through to top chat, but I agree. It's 3 episodes today. So it's coming out in 3 to 4 episode chunks. Do we know when the next chunk is coming out? And how many there are going to be? Yeah, I do see someone spamming the party popper emoji. Only Shrek knows. March 4th is... episode 4 is March 25th, 5 is April 1st. Wait, why is it coming out like that? That's really dumb. There's only 8 episodes in the season? Or is that all they've revealed so far? Also, why is Shrek here? First 3, then weekly. Okay, gotta... Come on, move! Why did you just stop? Jesus. Okay, so I think that's 2 clams in the arena. Yep, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and not deal with that. If it was just 1, I'd be fine, but... Ah! What the heck? Kalamite actually, or, I mean, Seath aimed correctly for once? That's crazy. What a way to die to Seath. Okay, well. Seath is kind of clammy. True, I agree. That's awesome for you, then. Pardon me. ETS with no like covenant levels is 25%, I think. Crab, dragon, man, lizard. Okay. That off. Not only did Seath successfully aim, he also actually attacked while attempting to run around him, which is not something that happens frequently. I think I'm gonna power within instead of RTSR. As easy as RTSR is for Seath. That's not terrible. I don't think the GTS buff is worth it at all, but this might end poorly. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. Please don't curse me, please. Thank you. Okay, Seath is terrible at aiming. Okay, well, that's not good. Come on. Okay, Seath, I need you to turn, please. Really? Okay, well. Yeah, no, I was saying that without Covenant scaling, it gives you 25%. And it's 33% with max Covenant scaling. He wasn't turning. Usually when I stand there, he turns. Don't oh-girl me like he ever does any attacks ever. It's Seath. Got unlucky with 4 kings. Of course I'm gonna get unlucky with Seath too. Armor and certain rings and equipment and stuff also help with curse. It's not just humanity. That's true. I do speak. I don't think I'm allowed to say that, actually. Dragon Bone Fist's 1 weakness. I'm getting unlucky. Okay. Oh. Oh my goodness. If I broke the crystal right now, I could get Moonlight Greatsword probably. But I should not have used that yet. That was silly. I don't even think I'm gonna get a single hit with the buff. Yeah, no. That's not good. Why is there a random second explosion there? That always happens, and I don't understand why. Okay, well, I'm gonna actually get him to turn. See? He usually turns. Genuinely just got unlucky. Used the buff really early again. That's whatever. There we go. Cool, yeah, unappealing looks-wise. Yeah. I feel like with very minor tweaks, very minor tweaks, Seath could look a lot cooler. Okay, I think I'm gonna go to a bit of chaos. Yeah, Freudian slip. Wait, no, not that. No, I'm gonna stop talking. Never mind. Dark Souls. I think I have a Firekeeper soul. I do have a Firekeeper soul. Maybe I should have used that. With a few twinks, Seath could look cooler. True. Leads a fifth. What are you talking about? Would I did nothing. Why would I plead the fifth? Okay, yeah, I want some... Jesus Christ. I'm going to Bet of Chaos first. Because, I want levels for Nito. I want a little bit more health. Do I have... Okay, yeah. The candy bars? What candy bars? Well, if you do... YouTube censors chat, that's fine. Don't even have 100,000 subscribers yet. I'm not a Minecraft YouTuber. I've done 2 Minecraft videos. Arguably 4 if you count the Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls streams. Arguably. I was gonna say my gear breaking doesn't matter, and then I remembered that I'm using the Dragon Bone Fist and not Dragon Form Fist, so it actually does matter quite a bit. Take me to dinner first, we'll talk about it. Gotta try a little bit harder. Dark Souls is your favorite Minecraft? Me too. Dark Souls 2 might end up being my favorite Minecraft, but for now it's Dark Souls. Dark Souls 1. Excuse me. I love Thai food. I can't handle spice though, so it has to be mild Thai food, but I love Thai food. You do pretty much every night. Thai food, even better. Dark Souls singular, true. Oh, I'm sad that missed. There sure is a boss fight in Dark Souls. The famous world-changing game, Dark Souls. And Arby's beef and cheddars. I don't think I've ever had an Arby's beef and cheddar, but I do like beef and cheddar sandwiches. I need you to get out of the corner, sir. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to assume your gender, actually. What do we think I think non-binary makes more sense for the demons. For the Asylum demon clones. The Dark Souls of Thai food. True. For the most part, I'm honestly not huge on Mexican food. There's some that I like a lot, but... yeah, I've had an Arby's roast beef sandwich, and it was not good. Never had a beef and cheddar, though, and I've heard good things about beef and cheddar. Bucket of Taco Bell. They do have the meats, but the problem is they only have the meats. On the same level as a blind hate as Dark Souls 2 haters. That's high praise. Oh. Internet is dying, question mark? Can I be heard right now? Are we still alive? Yeah? Okay. Oh my god. OBS was telling me that my internet was dying. Choppy video. Favorite cuisine? Whatever my autism likes at the time. Ow. Ow. Damn it. Okay. Chipotle? Chipotle is... no. Usually my autism food happens to be Jimmy John's. It has been for a bit, but I also like Taco Bell quite frequently. Ah! I was not paying attention. Like, what do you want me to say, Vin? I don't like Chipotle. I don't think it's very good. It gets into your fridge or $15. Give me your goddamn arm. Oh my god. Having no range makes this so much harder. Okay, there's the ring. Now this will be easy. I'll replace the Hornet Ring because Hornet Ring is useless against this boss, obviously. I would love to be able to see, but might be too much of an ask. Let me out, please. Okay, that one was skill issue. Hardest to dodge grab attack in the game right there. Are you... Cool. Okay, so once again, I think I'm just getting unlucky here. It's using the stomp attack a lot more than it usually does, which I have not been attempting or have been preparing for because it just never uses that attack. Yeah, getting the ring makes the rest of the fight a lot easier, so shouldn't be an issue. Okay, see, the jump is fine. Not Night Rain, but it is here, so maybe I should try to like not be under it. Maybe that'll help. But that makes everything else so much easier to dodge. Okay, well. I just gotta stay at the outside of the right foot. That's how you do it. Okay. Good luck with your RPs, Maru. Thank you for being here while you could. There we go. Pull out a homeward bone. Hey, look at that. Homeward bone. Good luck, Arby's. Good luck keeping up with the 20 beefs and cheddars. Beef and cheddars. Beef and cheddars that you need to make now. Eaten today? Yeah, I had peanut butter and jelly. And that's literally it. Because I had to make something quick before stream. And that was the easiest thing that we had in the house. You've never met this many Arby's eaters? The way that I like things, there's not like specific cuisines that I like. There's just individual dishes that I like. Oh, it's hard to say that I like any specific cuisine. Usually old white folk. Arby's enjoyers are usually old white folks? Are you saying that specifically Long John Silver's enjoyers are old white folks? And there's some specific demographic that Arby's enjoyers fall into? Both? Okay. Probably didn't want to translate the meats into French. Probably. You're being attacked? What are you being attacked by? God, I remember trying to farm for a Titanite slab off of these things. That took so long. A red Titanite slab. Awful. Highly, highly recommend not doing that. I don't even remember why I needed one. It's a very terrible experience. To clarify with that question, 30 years old does not count as old. Yeah, okay. I said it a little bit too late. I stream on YouTube and not Twitch because I despise Twitch. Twitch is a terrible platform for so many reasons. It's owned by Amazon. Obviously, YouTube being owned by Google isn't that much better, but it's better. Excuse me. But also Twitch, just the streaming experience is terrible. It doesn't work with the way that I stream or customize my streams or do anything at all. The bitrate on Twitch is so atrocious. I have never seen a Twitch stream actually look good, and I have gigabit internet on Ethernet too. I have never seen a good looking Twitch stream. YouTube streams 100% of the time look better. I also just don't like the moderation tools on Twitch. I don't like watching streams on Twitch. The viewer experience feels awful to me. So I just really, really do not like Twitch for a lot of different reasons. Remember farming these guys for an Arby's beef and cheddar? True. New Goddess of the Sun edition idea. Add Arby's beef and cheddar over like divine blessings. Make the Chaos Eaters eat them. Plus my entire audience is on YouTube, so streaming on YouTube just makes a lot more sense. I have multiple partners who stream on Twitch, and watching their streams feels like a crime. I try, but I don't like Twitch. "30 is old?" I don't think 30 is old. I don't think that counts as old. I say as I feel old, turning 24 later this year. Hey, Firelink Shrine. 30 is not old, but turning 24 for me feels old. But that is my experience with age. You're approaching old? I don't think you are.
You sorry fool. You could not be.
I don't know. Going from early 20s to mid 20s feels like a big change. It's not at all, but it feels like it. Yeah, Twitch also has a lot more ads. I'm not sure how much, Jesus. I'm not sure how much control Twitch gives you over the ads that are seen on your streams. But my Twitch streams were not monetized, and I think ads were playing on them. Which is crazy. And as far as I know, no ads play on my YouTube streams because I specifically choose to not show ads on my YouTube streams. I have a button that I can press to show an ad if I like go on a break or whatever. If I like go to the bathroom and there's nothing happening on screen, I'll hit that button. Or like at the end of a stream as I'm saying goodbye, I'll hit the button, but for the most part, my streams are monetized and I don't play ads on them. You can control it? How much control over it do you get over it? Because like, do you manually insert ad breaks exclusively? I know YouTube has automatic like ads, but I very intentionally do not use that. Can you spam the button? I'm not sure. I don't think so. It does give you a cooldown, like the button turns gray after you press it, but the gray period does not last nearly the length of an ad. It only lasts a couple of seconds, so I'm not sure what would happen if you kept pressing it. As someone who does not watch my own streams, and has premium, so even if I did, I wouldn't see the ads. Does YouTube automatically add ads at the beginning of my streams? I'm not actually sure about that. Alright, phase 2 pinwheel, here we go. That was a close one. Make the stream just ads. And give me more money. You get them on my streams, huh? Good to know. Wait, you're typing in the chat, but you're not watching the stream? Hmm. I didn't know you could do that. YouTube Premium does help you skip sponsor segments. That's true. I don't use the feature because it always goes a little bit farther than I want it to. But, you know. Voice to text yelling from the bathroom. I like that idea. I'm disregarding what you said, Vin, and I'm believing Alyssa 100%. Cool, good to know. If I die to Nito a couple too many times, I'll go grab the Ring of Fog and Slumbering Dragon Crest, but hopefully I won't need to. Does Dragon Form Bulge still exist? What do you mean? Define Bulge. Because it's looking pretty flat down there. I cannot handle spicy food at all, and jalapenos kill me immediately. So, unfortunately, I am not a fan of jalapenos. Oh, the human form thing. I don't remember if I fixed that, to be honest. I don't think I did end up fixing that yet. Because there were a couple other changes that I wanted to make, and I never got around to making those changes. I don't know. I don't even remember how strong the Dragon Bone Fist is in my mod, to be honest. I know I buffed it quite a bit, but I'm not sure, like, how much to make it bigger. Okay. It's less of a bulge and more of a stake. How else would you pronounce it? Could be. I guess none of these rings are actually going to be useful. Okay, I cannot do the block to dodge the ground stab because I don't have a two-handed weapon. Jalapenos. Jalapenos. Don't worry, I took 2 years of Spanish in high school. And also in a relationship with a Latina, so luckily I know how to pronounce some Spanish words. Pardon me. Do I have blooming? I do not. That's fine. I'll be okay. Nito, come on. Stab yourself. Jesus Christ. Nito commits seppuku. I'm actually gonna go ahead and put humanity here. Because I am not surviving the toxic. Really? Go. Yeah, English is really bad about spelling and pronunciation. Okay, this is kind of bad. Oh, I have the wolf ring on. Everything's fine. One of 3 Arby's beef and cheddars that are your dinner and dessert. I hope you enjoy them. Oh my goodness. Okay, this isn't too bad. The wolf ring makes this a lot easier, to be fair. Why is... Oh, it was too late getting up to get by that. A grumpy Gus. I don't know, he's kind of chilling. This is a very, relatively easy Nito fight here. Couple more screams than I would prefer, but, you know. Breed? Breed? Everything's fine. Oh my god, a falchion? Wow. He's a screamer. When you oven the cold food out, how eat the food? It's because when you put the food in, you oven the food hot out eat. I hope that answers your question. I also prefer Grave Mommy Nito. That's a lot better. Okay, DLC. I think doing all 4 DLC bosses might be a bad idea. I want to do all 4. I'm definitely at least doing Kalamite. I might skip out on a Manus. Depending on how long this takes. I want to do a... Oh my goodness. I knew drinking a milkshake while streaming was a bad idea. I want to do a playthrough of Elden Ring with the Pata from the DLC. Because it seems like a really fun weapon, but I also don't want to play Elden Ring. I should drink water. Hopefully that'll help my throat a little bit. A freezer, when you freeze hot food from the kitchen, freeze out the cold food. I'm not sure. I can't answer that one, unfortunately. Need Elden Ring DLC to go on sale. $40 for a DLC is pretty absurd. It's a big DLC, but it's not 2/3 the size of the base game. Like maybe half the base game. Is it $40? I'm pretty sure it's $40. You can't spend channel points to make streamer drink water? You could just tell me to drink water. Okay, well, sad. That Sanctuary Guardian has no health. Get Elden Ring to release for Nintendo. Honestly, if you bought a Switch 2 and want Elden Ring on it, that is an unfortunate existence. No. I must. Almost got that second hit. If we were on Twitch, we could... No. Yips are exclusively money. So I can give Nikki money for giving me the avatar. Which is why I need the avatar first. See? It all comes back around. Oh god. Is Tarnished Edition out already? I don't think so. Tarnished Edition is also coming out on PC, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, and the instability damage there too. June, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry your head hurts. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you for the donation. God damn it. No. Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Bonk. It has a 1080? I think so. Yeah, it was teased a while ago. The Elden Ring on a Switch emulator, true. I'm honestly surprised they didn't just do like the the cloud thing that they did with other intensive games on Switch. Who am I kidding? FromSoft netcode couldn't handle that. Not even close. Like, even if PC doesn't get it, PC is getting it through mods, so, like, whatever. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna play Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. Especially if it's not a free upgrade. If it is a free upgrade, I might, like, try a run with a... with one of the starting classes. But otherwise, probably not. Not even gonna think about it. I remember, I did a run as, like, one of the network test starting classes, and that was pretty fun. It was the Aryan Knight, I believe. Sometime this year. Vin, thank you! I'll convey your message to Kalamite. PC and other consoles will get the new classes and gear. I don't know if it's free. That would be crazy if it wasn't free. Considering it's just like a couple starting classes, basically. I think whoever asked if their PC could run Elden Ring if it has a 1080, it runs very playably on Steam Deck. So who else is tarnished? Everyone who plays Elden Ring. Oops. Yeah, that's true. It's exactly the same, Alyssa. I also pre-ordered Elden Ring. I enjoyed it. No, I also pre-ordered Night Rain. Or, well, I had Night Rain pre-ordered for me, at least. And I really enjoyed Night Rain. Very fun game. I only pre-ordered it because I played the network test and really loved the network test, though. Or I only wanted it to be pre-ordered for me because of that. And someone gifted me a pre-order. $10.30. Okay, that might be a little bit more of an issue. Well, I was just saying that the Steam Deck probably has a weaker GPU than 1080, but I'm actually not sure. A 1030 is probably not enough to play Elden Ring. Okay, now I'm gonna die to the jump attack. Nope. That's not bad damage. I mean, it's I'm not gonna try. It's RTSR, but... You would enjoy that, Nixie. And I'm happy for you. Come on, do a second one. Oh my god. I mean, you could, like... There are mods that give you better performance. It probably won't look amazing, but it's probably possible to play. But it probably won't run great vanilla, especially. Hello? Do things that I can punish, please. There we go, finally. Come on, Artorias. Don't do this to me. I don't want another 5-minute Artorias fight just because you refuse to do anything that lets me hit you. I really want to use an R2 with RTSR range just to see what happens, just to see what the damage is like. But like, there's nothing I can do that on that'll actually show the damage. Yeah, true. It's pretty cool that they added Artorias to Dark Souls just because he was in Night Rain. They went back and put him in Dark Souls because you kind of fit the vibe with the DLC. Crazy how that entire arena was like empty before, but... Oh, I'm going to use DSR gadget. Give myself the crest key. There we go. I didn't go say hi to Kalamite. I should do that. There you go. These guys are a lot easier when you move 3 times faster than normal, as it turns out. They renamed the DLC? Yeah, that's true. It is kind of weird how they did that. Okay. I specifically turned off the go fast button before I slid down to prevent that from happening. And it happened anyway. Hey. Made it down safely this time. Dude, I do think a buff to Bloathead would probably be more difficult than Artorias. Well, no, you can chain backstab them. I guess if it was buffed by preventing backstabs, then it would probably be harder. So, Dark Souls, there it is. Unfortunately, you cannot use speed up on ladders because it will send me through the wall. I've never considered grabbing the soul and then quitting out. Because that would take you back to the top of the ladder. Would that actually count as Kalamite being encountered, though? That makes sense that you would think that would be cool. And shore ladders, I think it's fine because the distance isn't like enough different. But for long ladders, speeding yourself up, you'll like clip through the wall at the top for some reason. I have no idea how the ladder climb animation works in Dark Souls. Of all the niche things that I know, it's weird that that one isn't one. That thing isn't one. But okay, Kalamite. Our Power Within isn't gonna last long enough, but RTSR is scary, so I'm gonna try Power Within first. Sounds really pleasant. I'm glad you're dwelling on things that sound pleasant to you. That's a good use of time. Okay. Hey, Kalamite. You should do your glide. No? Okay. Wow. That sure is damage. He's weak to strike damage. So, could be worse. Oh my god. Does this work? There you go, Vin. That's actually pretty good damage. On the R2, anyway. More about the area than the slam itself, huh? Ouch. If he does that this way. Come on. Glide, please? No? Oh, I was not expecting that to be in range. Also, wait a sec. YouTube let that through? That's shocking. Does a dragon bone fist have a flared base? Yes, my arm. Or my shoulder, I guess. Yeah, you're welcome. I hope you're all enjoying the excess Kalamite content. The Cloaca uppercut I just did. I'll try to do it again, but I got at least one in. There you go. Ah! Please, god damn it. Okay, well. Okay. Everything's fine. That hit me. Okay. I didn't even mean to. That was too scary. Okay, well, here's another opportunity. Honk. A little bit further back than I intended, but... That double hit! Oh, I forgot about the double hit. I should have been more careful about that. Everything's fine. Damn it, I pressed the roll button. Here's where. Glide? 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 Please? Glide? Yeah, there we go. Thank you. There you go, Vin. Kalamite would be easy. In what way? Like he has a refractory period. Probably true. Okay. That was kind of scary. Also kind of scary. RTSR range. That was intentional. Oh, R2 on the RTS or with RTSR. Oh my god, yes. On Kalamite too. You're welcome, Vin. Everything's fine. And one more to finish it off. There we go. All right. Good fight. That was fun. The milkshake is done. If you're wondering what that slurp sound was. Do I want endurance? Do I care what I get right now? Probably not. Will this increase my damage at all? Two whole AR. Yeah. Why not?
You sorry.
No, huh? Three whole attempts. Wow, that's really hard to say. 3 whole chances for that to happen this week, and not a single one worked. I wasn't paying attention to my soul level. That's perfect. I'm taking a screenshot of that. There we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and speed this part up a little bit, because I don't think the Black Knights are gonna be that big of a deal. Do I have Hornet Ring on? No. Yes. I don't... okay. Get your bets in. How many reposts on Gwyn? I'm thinking 6. 6 is my vote. Potentially 5, but probably 6. Five? 7? Oh, you know what? I can do real pig pie here. This is a fist weapon. There's 2. Looking like 5. There's 3. Maybe 4. It's 5. 4, 4, and an uppercut? Oh yeah. I do not have nearly enough money to afford that Kalamite figurine, unfortunately. But I hope you get it. Alright, I definitely did not do the weapon justice the first time I did the stream. But it's not good. Use the Cestus. The R2 is hilarious, It's awesome. But the Cestus is just kind of better. The Claw is also probably just kind of better. It's funny. I like it. This was a fun run. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all, and I don't know how to end this.